What's up guys, it's Sean and today we're going to check out Alora Residences in Subang Jaya. Let's go! Lately, it has just been non-stop action from Subang Jaya, and we were focusing a lot on the front end of Subang Jaya. Now at the back end of Subang Jaya, closer to Puchong, closer to Putra Heights. For Subang people, they actually call it closer to the USJ side lah. But we are now in One City Mall, and the site is right in front, in between two main roads. One will be the LDP highway connecting the back, which is Elite Highway. And before I elaborate further, right, actually this is the sales gallery within One City Mall. First, let's just get our coordinates right. That will be the main place in USJ, and right across that will be the site. This is LDP Highway. The one behind, if you can see the roof, that is actually the Elite Highway. And right in the center, you can see this will be the site. First observation, check out the trees. The entire stretch of buffer between highways and the site, right? That's just amazing. And that became the inspiration for the entire township, where it revolves around rainforest. Very cool. So this will be the scale model for the entire master plan, and this is actually the USJ 21 LRT station, which is right at the end of USJ already, connecting to the LDP highway. In total, there will be 13 acres here, divided into 4 buildings, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be Alora Residences. And the only way to access to site right now will be this way, going in under the bridge, then make a U-turn, then going into the site. But throughout the briefing, there's a few things I like, right? Number one will be the improvement on infrastructure. First of all, one of the main ways to actually come into this township itself will be a direct U-turn right in front of the petrol station in USJ 21. So what they're going to do, they're going to enlarge the road there to actually allow the U-turn to be made easier. The second thing, this is located and sandwiched between both highways, and when you are next to a highway, there will be a buffer required. And within that buffer, there are a lot of trees that's being planted, so they are actively working with LLM in trying to maintain all that. Instead of just a buffer, they are trying to use that as part of the experience for all the residents here. Then from the site itself, 300 meters straight, there will be a covered walkway connected to the LRT station and USJ 21. People can actually just walk over. Very cool. And in total, there will be 770 units spread across 2 blocks. Looking at the connectivity right now, this is the main road going into site, and there will be 8 units of retail at the ground floor. This will be the buffer that we spoke about just now. This is the highway. If you look at that stretch, it's almost as wide as the site itself. And going into the project, the main first thing you will see is a retail unit here, most likely a drive-through concept, and people get to just hang out here, and there will be further retails at the side as well. So basically, this will be focusing on the convenience for the residents. My concern for the retail. Imagine if the drive-through is very prosperous. Like if you can see the petrol stations with a fast food joint or a Starbucks cafe, right? If the Starbucks do actually really well, it's very hard to even go and pump petrol. So will that happen here right at the entrance? Then after the drop off to the lobby, residents will then drive in. There will be 2 levels of car park. One basement for the visitors to the commercial. The other one will be the residents, and they will go up the elevated car park. And you can see there are ramps on this side. I like this kind of format where it just easily brings you up to the level of your designated car park. There will be 2 levels of facilities for this project, one at level 10. And here you can see the swimming pool here with an infinity edge at the end. Then you will have the splash pool here for the kids. You have the herb garden, you have the treetop adventure, and there's this rainwater cascading thing. That's very exciting. Then in between blocks, you then also have a playground. So it's tucked at the center, and this is because of its site limitation. And what's exciting to me, they placed the gym, they placed the multi-purpose hall, and the co-working space at the rooftop. So that's very cool. Imagine like this is the gym, right? They call it the sky gym, and imagine the view that you will get is that total unblocked view. The same with the multi-purpose hall, and the rest you will have the open areas for the residents that are mainly on gardens and deck. And this will be the co-working space again here. When you work, right, just imagine the view that you get. Wow! Although the facilities are separated into 2 towers, both at their rooftops, but access is free for all. Means that Tower A residents can go to the rooftop of Tower B to enjoy the facilities. That's nice because if you all put within the podium of level 10, right, there's not enough canvas. And I personally kind of enjoy this layout a bit more because imagine at this building height, the terrace will have fabulous view, and it will be such a great place to hang out with your loved ones here. And this is how the gym is going to look like, right? So all the cardio areas is going to face outwards. So throughout the entire history of the company, they started with 1 avenue in USJ, then they continue in Subang Jaya, landed, right? And this is when things starts changing as Ayala Land becomes the major shareholder of MCT. Ayala Land, which is one of the largest real estate firms in Philippines, took over the company overall, and since then the entire direction of the company kinda changed in a positive way, of course. That explains why when they have such a big piece of land, nothing has been done so far. So it's very exciting that they're going to launch one of the blocks first. So generally there are 3 layout type A, B and C. Per floor plate then there are different numbers in accordance to block. The first block here there are 15 units per floor. This one will be 10 units per floor, and it will be serviced by 4 numbers of lift. If you look based on the orientation, east is actually this side, west is actually this side. So this side will be facing east, so please do take note when you make your unit selection. And this will be the unit that we're going to check out today, called type A1, 1042 square feet, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So that's something very rare. When we come into the unit, tucked at the side here will be the kitchen connected to the yard and the aircon latch. Going in, this will be the dining and the living space. There won't be any balconies here. There will be a corridor connected to all the rooms. So there will be 1 shared bathroom here, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and then the principal bedroom here along with the principal bath. Most of the rooms and the main spaces all enjoy this very long facade. The only one not so nice one will be this unit here lah. Too bad. And this is something that I really like. They actually spell out everything that's given: digital smart lock, kitchen cabinet, an island cooker hood and hob, aircon system, aircon points, and hot water heater. Cool. So coming into the main door, the clearance is 983 mm. And just something to point out first, this unit is built on an existing commercial lot, therefore there will be on-site restrictions such as structural elements, the ceiling height and etc. So please always check with the salesperson on the exact specifications provided on site. Anyway, we are now in the kitchen space tucked right next to the entrance. Here you will have an island, another linear format kitchen on the side connecting to the yard space. So the length of the cabinet is 2.26 meters. You will have your top and bottom cabinet here. Then you have a 2-burner by Tika hood and hob, and this space is very nice. But I really enjoy the width of the kitchen here, like from wall to wall, right? It's actually 2.7 meters wide. That's very comfortable, and here you can actually have 2 person preparing meals at the same time. Wonderful. This will be the location of the fridge, and a window here connecting over to the yard space. And this is where you will put your washer and dryer. Across that then will be the aircon latch already. Just too bad that this will be tough in converting for a wet kitchen. Maybe just a slab will also work. I'm not too sure, but there's still a possibility lah. Next to that, then this will be the dining space, then the living connected to the facade already. So the wall-to-wall space here is 2.85 meters, and the ceiling height will be 10 feet around 3 meters. And for this freehold project, currently the ongoing price is around 750 per square feet, which means like this unit is going to be around 750,000. Well, it depends on which floor that you are going to pick, also which orientation and which block lah. Then as a person who hangs a lot around Subang Jaya, right, this plot of land has always been that plot of land that has went through a major infrastructure change for a mall. Like for the current situation of the circulation pathways, right? If you come out from Taipan, actually you need to make this left turn, right turn, over just to get to Puchong side or just to get to the other side before we go into Elite Highway, or we can just straight away go to Alam Mega or Shah Alam. But after all those complicated works, nothing has taken place. But after knowing today that there has been some shift and changes around the ownership of the company, now it all makes sense, and looking forward, you can really feel that the momentum is actually building up. There will be a rebranding exercise coming very soon, and judging based on their operations lately, last time they used to have their very own construction arm, but it has not received very good feedback from the market. Therefore, they changed that and they now go for third-party contractors instead, just like most of the other developers that we have in the market. Therefore, confidence starts building back up. Also, the misunderstanding about One City Mall owned by them, actually it's not under their ownership, therefore they're going to clear that as well. In conclusion, there's just a lot of misperception about the brand overall. And because this project is sandwiched between two main highways, the team felt that there's no actual need to have a balcony. For the top 10 levels of units, there will be this thing called the French balcony, where you can actually open up this sliding door. You will have a better view outside, and you will have this handrail here. Also within the unit, it comes with the smart system, so please do ask for more explanation on this. And now we will be at the corridor space connecting to all the rooms. Anyway, they will be providing floor tiles throughout the main spaces, and the width of the corridor here is 1.1 meters, going into the first shared bathroom. And I like within the show unit itself, right, all disclaimers are placed nicely, so you will not have the wrong expectations on what will be delivered within the unit. Generally, it will be fully furnished, and you have a Acolia basin and WC, but it might change shower screen, windows at the side, full height wall tiles along with the instant hot water system. Moving on, this will be the first bedroom that enjoys the facade. So the size is around 2.65 meters by 3.1 meters. I gotta say, a layout of 4 bedrooms is very rare. But when we look at landed properties around USJ, where it's famous for, right? Generally, for landed properties, they will have 4 bedrooms, 1 ground floor, 3 upstairs. And if there's any tendency for upgrades, I think that will be the target audience for this project. And it's a very different approach compared to the rest. Now we are actually used to smaller units like 850 square feet or 750 square feet. We have 3 bedrooms. This one is 1000 with 4 bedrooms. But I actually like the form of the layout where it's very long, so you will have the facade for all the main spaces besides 1 room, which is this one. Unfortunately, this will be the only room that will be facing the internal void via this window lah. The size of this room then is 2.2 meters by 3.1 meters. You can perfectly fit in a single bed. I think double bed also can. And this is where it gets exciting. Within the same size of around 1000 square feet, right, there's a variation of 4 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. So it depends which one you want. Because it's almost impossible to run a renovation extension for room within an apartment setting. So I'm glad that this developer actually provide different variations to fulfill different requirements. And for this, the window size will be smaller. And for flooring, they will be providing laminated timber flooring, timber skirtings, connecting over to the 3rd bedroom. The sizes are all pretty similar. The only difference will be the access to the facade, also the size of the windows lah, and that will make all the difference. Last but not least, this will be the principal bedroom. Whoa, so now this is where you can experience the full length all the way. The size of the bedroom here is 2.85 wall to wall, then you have 4.6 meters in length, and that's huge. That's why after putting in your king size bed here, you still have a lot of space this side where you can put in your wardrobe space, your dressing table, bedside table. You still have a lot of circulation space around. and that will be the window connected to the facade. Going in, then you will have the principal bathroom, and you have a huge basin here by Alora WC, shower screen, full height wall tiles, window connected to the void. Oh wait, shower screen not provided. So please do take note on these stickers all around the unit. But one thing for a layout like this to have 4 bedrooms, right? Yes, it's very good that you can accommodate the entire family, but the experience of the corridor then is not as pleasant because it's very far, then you have doors, but that's the only way you can really efficiently place 4 bedrooms within the unit itself. Yeah, I guess that's all for the show unit. Let's head on to the site. So from the site, one of the closest place for convenience will be this mall called One City Mall, and you also have the place which is the adjacent building. Here you have the basic stuff, your banks like Maybank is here, you have your clinics, you have your cafes, you have your NSK. So it's very complete, but surprisingly, like now if you look into the lunch crowd, right, it's crazy. Like there's lines for the mama restaurants. Cool fact, this building is around 70 to 80% occupied. Although it looks like that, right? No car park, and look at the motorbikes around. Woo. And now we are right in front of the site, and that will be the main entrance into Alora Residences. So this will be the starting point of the entire piece of land, and this is currently the situation of the circulation. So that's LDP connecting from Puchong over to Subang side, and then Subang coming out, make a U-turn here, and this will be the direct branch into the site. Next to the site then, this will be the Elite Highway. So you can see that's a toll gate already at the far end. This is when that high connectivity to highways, right, becomes a good and a bad thing. The good thing is you have total connectivity. Like you want to go Puchong, you want to go Shah Alam, you want to go highway here, left, right, center, all very connected. But you need to live with the congestion and the noise. Also because of the setback requirements, it formed the concept for the township itself. So the entire rainforest ideology came from that, and if you look into the trees around, it's incredible, and imagine all residents get to enjoy that, right? That's because the site is next to a highway. If not, that piece of land wouldn't remain as greeneries. What's cool also, based on a collaboration with LLM, the developer will identify which tree that produces the highest concentration of oxygen, and they will plant those species in the facility's deck. Wow! So we are now in the junction. You can see a lot of people actually do that U-turn right there. So part of the requirement for the developer before they get the approval to build is that they will need to enlarge this junction here for safety purposes, and that was add-on convenience to visitors or even residents to go back home in the future. So besides this, they will also need to provide a shaded covered walkway to the USJ 21 LRT station, which is this track lah. So now if you look at it, we have all the walkways and it's fine, but it's best if it's covered, right? Of course. Then this will be the USJ 21 LRT station, and it's right next to the commercial zone of main place itself. So this is where you can see, right? No car parks on it. Wow, look at it. Seriously, no car parks on it. So from the station, we can clearly see the site already, which is like there. and it's a 300 meters walking distance over. And this will be the second nearest commercial center from the site. If you don't want this one, you don't want main place, you can go Taipan, which is like a junction away. If that is not enough, you want to go Summit, you want to go Subang Parade, you want to go somewhere Pyramid, it's within the same road. IOI Mall also very close. So by car is actually very convenient, because ultimately this is a very old, very matured address. And one bonus point, this LRT line connects to the Kelana Jaya line that connects to the main addresses such as KL Central, KLCC, Ampang Park, the original Putra line. So this one connects to that, which is great. And I guess that's all for this round. It's now time for Sean's take 3 on 3. So for the first 3 things I like, number 1 will be the location itself, because this is a very matured part of Subang Jaya, well, mature part of USJ, and this is really in between Puchong and USJ, and it comes with a lot of elements of convenience. In terms of connectivity, you are connected to Elite, you are connected... Sorry, too noisy already, so we kind of switch pace. As I was saying, will be the location itself. It comes with the connectivity to LDP Highway and Elite Highway, and one local road or one local turn away, you are straight away into Subang Jaya matured township already, and it's all matured with amenities, schools, retail, clinics, shop lots, mall, hospital, whatever you can name it is all ready here. Not only by car, you are connected by LRT as well, which is the second point, the improvements that they are committed to make to the site itself. Number 1 will be the U-turn just now, which is one of the main pathways into the project. The second one will be the covered walkway to the LRT station. The third one will be the landscape treatment. So all these indirectly also will benefit the project, but not all developers are willing to put out money so to improve public infrastructures lah. I'm happy, and just imagine, right, whenever there are new townships or new projects being erected, the environment surrounding the site will always be improved. This is a very good practice. I absolutely love it. And the last point will be the product type that focuses more on own stay and family living, especially the 4-bedroom layout. So if you look around this location of Subang, all high-rises are usually smaller. Well, that's the point. If not, I want bigger one, I can actually live in a landed house. Well, this is going to be a very strong debate between a landed house and a high-rise living already. On top of that, the facilities deck treatment is also different. They place the gym, they place the multi-purpose hall, they place the co-working space on the rooftop. It will be way cheaper actually to just put on level 10, but they prioritize on the experience itself. They put it up there on the rooftop, and looking at the surrounding, that unblocked view is going to be amazing. Also, I like the very clear communication in the sales gallery itself on what is provided and what's not, to really manage the customer's expectation. It's very rare, seriously, to find a layout with 4 bedrooms already. Especially when you have 2 kids, then maybe you need a helper, right? Then this will be very helpful. Then for the 3 things I don't like, that is also one of it, which is the layout with 4 bedrooms. Because of having 4 bedrooms, the corridor experience to the principal bedroom is not very nice, but that's the only way I understand. It's also the amount of planes within the unit. You will have a lot of wall here and there, doors here and there, but I guess that's the price to pay to have a very efficient layout of 4 bedrooms within a 1,000 square feet unit. Then another part about the design will be the retail component of the project, where there's only 8 units. I guess in the future the remaining 3 blocks will focus heavily on commercial, because ultimately all of them will be connected, so it will make sense. I guess the lack of confidence right now is because of the stigma of one city and the commercial area around this. Once you walk past it, actually there's a lot of people, just that the maintenance and the upkeep of the overall is not there. And very close to that will be the second thing, the accessibility to the site. So now currently if you look at it, you need to make a turn, then a U-turn, then a U-turn, then only you reach the site. And when you go into the site, it's like almost an immediate branch through into the project itself. And then right at the entrance, they're going to put a drive-through, which is weird. What if the drive-through business very good leh? Like the KFC just now, right? You can see it's packed, and it's so challenging for people to even turn in to pump petrol. What if this happens to the residents? Interesting, right? So I guess the experience to go into the building now is a little bit too sudden, which means, right, from highway straight away you immediately reach the project already. That's why it's a little bit weird. Not like normal residents, you will go from a highway, then a primary road, secondary road, local road before you go into your residence. This one is main road. What? Turn left, then you go into your project. Yeah, this is when I think the landscape treatments and the signboards and maybe the entrance statement will help a little bit lah. So I shall look forward to it. One of the main points just now is very obvious that this site is sandwiched between major highways. So you have the LDP, you have the Elite Highway, and that will give you a lot of noise. But because of the highways also, you get extreme connectivity as well as the buffer that became the rainforest concept for the entire project. So it's not entirely all bad. And that also makes sense because it reflects in the design that there's no more balcony. It's only a French balcony if you want to, because it's going to be noisy, so not many people is going to use it. And they will most likely treat the windows accordingly to isolate out the noise lah. And I guess that's all for this round. It's very exciting to see a lot of new projects within an address that we think is already very mature. Now suddenly you got new projects on the front end of Subang Jaya, then you have the back end of USJ, all developing all at once. Wow, so exciting. And I guess that's all for now. If you really like this episode, like it, share, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.